Hey everyone, so it's your girl Cosmic's Wonderland, and today is a story time video. Yes, I'm going to be telling you guys a couple crazy experiences I have had as far as freak occurrences. It's insane. So let's get on with this story time. So the first story I'm going to tell you is that I survived being struck by lightning. I know, it explains a lot. But yes, I was probably like I don't know, maybe 13, 14. I don't know. But I was in the kitchen and I was sweeping the floor. I was telling my mom that it looks really nasty out there. It's a big, bad storm. Maybe I shouldn't be, sweeping the floor with a metal broom. I don't know, just my opinion. If you hear any noises, that's my kitty cat, Buttons. She's hanging out in the studio with me. But I told my mom I shouldn't be doing this, and she disagreed. And she's like, you get this done, and you clean the kitchen now. So I'm like, okay, well, all right. Well, lo and behold, I think that's how you say it. Lo and behold, a lightning bolt came through the kitchen window. Like, came through it. Like, not kidding. And it struck the metal broom that I was holding. And it jolted me. I was like, like, boo. And I, immediately, dropped the broom. And the window was fine. It seriously went through the window, and it didn't damage the window or anything. It was insane. And it just hit the broom, and it zapped me a little bit and scared the pants off of me. Not literally, but I was slightly terrified. So I looked at my mom, and I was like, this is what I was saying. Duh. So, of course, then my mom was like, oh, okay. Yeah, drop the broom. Holy cow. I'm like, exactly. So that was insane. That was insane. The next story is I was hit by a short bus while I had my driving permit. Yes, I was driving my mother's vehicle. I must have been, obviously, I guess 16. I guess that 16? Was that when I got it? Jeez, it's been a long time ago. I guess 16. It might have been 15 that I had it. But I was driving, and my mom was in the passenger seat, and my sister was in the back seat. Made her sit in the back seat because I was a mean older sister, and my mom was also like, I'm the adult, so I get a front, so she just kind of got stuck there. Whatever. Anyways, I love my sister. But the thing is my sister, I don't think she was wearing a seatbelt. And my mother never, ever, ever wears a seatbelt either. Shame on you guys. Shame on you guys. I understand. That's a story time for another day. But my sister had our pool floaties in the back with her. We had blown them up, and, she was holding on to them. And we were headed to the pool. This was in the summertime, and I was at a four-way stop. Okay, so I saw the short bus, I'm here. It's a four-way stop. So I see the bus, way over here, and here's the stop sign, right? He is, pretty far away. He is going pretty fast, but I assume because I was young and dumb, and I was just learning and understanding how driving works, that he knew what he was doing. It's an adult. They obviously know what they're doing. So I just went ahead. Oh, she's in the closet now. My kitty. I went ahead and I turned like this, and he plowed through the stop sign. The bus driver did, and ended up T-boning us pretty much. Everyone was fine, but I was absolutely terrified. I was like, I'm not going to get my license. I'm never going to be able to drive. Like, what am I going to do with my life if I can't drive? Like, are you kidding me? So I'm freaking out. And then, of course, I'm like, is my sister okay? Is my mom okay? Like, and everyone was fine. Don't worry about that. Everyone was fine. Come to find out, the bus driver had just gotten fired from his job that day. And he took off with the company bus anyway after being let go. So he was obviously, like, under the influence or something, or, like, upset. But he's, like, basically stole the bus. So that wasn't good. So I got struck by lightning. I got hit by a short bus. And that's not even the end of it. I got one more crazy thing to tell you guys. So I also survived a tornado. For those of you who have heard about or were involved in some way in the May 22nd, I think it was 2012 tornado that happened in Joplin, Missouri. If you guys don't remember that, I sure do, because I was a part of it. And I was actually a senior in high school. I was 17 years old, just turned 17, living on my own away from my immediate family, my parents, and I was attending high school at like a secondary type thing, you know, where you go to another building and you do it on the computer. Not because I was getting a GED or anything like that. I got my high school diploma. Don't get me wrong. I got my high school diploma. But due to the fact that I was in high school, I was living on my own, and I was also working. I had 1 to 2 jobs, and I needed to get through college so I could, you know, take care of things. So what happened is I was attending high school from my own apartment, and I was catching the bus going to and from school, and I would do my homework, I would ride the public transportation, like the trolley system, to get to and from work, things like that. So it was difficult, and it wasn't really working for me. So I, not only that, but I was also homeless for a period of time due to issues in my home as a child, which I'm not gonna get a whole lot into, but, you know, trying to find a place. So it was really hard for me to attend school, get to school, concentrate in school, things like that. So I knew I wanted to graduate. Of course, education is very, very important to me, and I knew I needed to graduate, and I needed to get through it one way or another. So I went and I talked to my teachers and stuff like that, and my kitty's so cute. And I told them, you know, my situation, that I just, you know, need to come up with some solutions if they could help me. And they got me into alternative school, which I completed my senior year of high school within 1 semester. I think it was like maybe 2 months. I finished high school. I got my diploma early. I went straight into college before my senior year was over. And then, of course, I went through high school graduation while I was taking college courses. But anyways, that's crazy. I just wanted to get through that. I know you guys got other stuff to do than to hear me talk. But anyways, so my senior year of high school, I hadn't actually got transferred to the alternative school until after the tornado. Okay, until after the tornado. And what happened is that I was still going to my actual high school, and I got T-boned. The person I was living with at the time, we got T-boned on our way to school in our own personal vehicle, and that really was no good. You know, that really affected me. But the moral of the story, because I'm getting a little sidetracked and going on little mini rants, it's a crazy story though. It's like absolutely crazy. Like, this is why I made this one at the end, because there's just so much about it. But let's just get on to the nitty gritty. I think I've kind of explained the concept enough. But I was in the kitchen and I was cooking spaghetti. I love spaghetti, you know, and when you're living on your own and you're super young and you're starting out and you're still going to school and you're like barely working, but like, you know, all that stuff, you're eating cheap. So I was making a lot of spaghetti, chili, you know, beef stroganoff, you know, hamburger helper, all that stuff. So I was in the kitchen cooking spaghetti, and of course, you know, we got the news going, and, you know, I can tell they think it's serious, but I grew up in Carthage, Missouri for many, many, many years, and anytime there was a bad storm or anything like that, it would always pass over. They would say, tornado warning, and of course, as a child, you, like, freak out, but after years of, like, it never happening, as an adult, I'm still like 17 now, or yeah, you know, but as an adult, you know, that's just how you think. Oh, no big deal, it's just gonna pass, it's gonna, like, whatever, and, you know, I'm being told, get in the bathtub, turn off the stove, quit cooking, you know, this is serious, and I'm just like, can I take my spaghetti in the bathtub? Like, nothing's gonna happen. We're fine. Don't freak out. Why are you freaking out? We're in the bathtub, and yeah, the tornado hit. I'm just gonna skip over all the nitty gritty. It hit, and you know, it was scary. Luckily, you know, it took out my job. It took out my high school. And it took out half of my town, and it was very devastating. Like, it was very, like, I'm terrified of storms now, like, absolutely terrified of storms of any kind. I will never, ever, like, live or really visit, like, Missouri and stuff, because I don't ever want to be in another tornado in my life. One was enough. And even after it happened, like, it's still like it didn't happen, you know, when something's like so crazy and like so beyond anything, and, you know, you're kind of like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Like, you know, it did, but it's like you read about it or you watched a movie about it, or it was like someone else's story. Like, it was absolutely crazy. But anyway, so after the tornado, they renovated the mall. There was a store, like a large, like, shopping center. I guess it used to be like a Macy's or something, I don't know. But it was empty, and they turned it into a makeshift high school. So the students could go back to school, because there was still, like, I don't know, there was still months before graduation. So I was riding the trolley to the mall, getting off at the mall, walking up the lot, getting, you know, to school. Like, it was crazy. And my job at the time had actually transferred 45 minutes away to an old grocery store, I guess some sort of like Aldi's or something like that. And anyways, so I was telemarketing in a vacant grocery store, and I was going to school in the mall, and it was just insane. Like, I can't make this up. Like, it was insane. It was so crazy. It was so crazy. But anyways, even after the tornado, I then got transferred into alternative school. I finished online schooling with the help of some of the like teachers, assistants that were there to help us, and I got done with school in about a month or two, and I went straight into college before I even got my high school diploma in my hand. So a little success story that I just wanted to share with you guys. Okay, that was insane, and I'm going to talk really fast because I know you don't want to watch it anymore, and if you do, thank you, because obviously you're a subscriber. This video was totally amazing, and I love sharing these stories with you, and if you like hearing more story times and you want to hear me talk really fast at the end of my videos, maybe I'll tell longer stories, and then I have to wrap up my outro really, really fast. Stay fantabulous, and as always, I will stay fantabulous for you guys. Bye!